We're going to talk about where to apply for an SBA loan to purchase a franchise. And we're assuming this is a franchise startup. We're going to dive into that and more in this episode. So let's start out with, there's a handful of banks that are what I would call specialists in the franchise startup space. They do the majority of the loans. Every bank's a little bit different. For example, we have a bank in the Midwest that we do small deals from, call it $50,000, $60,000 up to about $150,000. Sometimes they can go a little bit bigger. They're very good at their niche of smaller franchise startup loans. They excel in that. They don't excel in anything that you have to do any kind of TI or build out of a physical location. But if it's just a simple business model where there's no build out, they're phenomenal. Nobody can top them. They'll do 90% leverage too. And most lenders won't go to 90. You're more like 80%. Now, fast forward to loan amounts of $150,000 and greater. There's going to be a couple different players in that space that are very good. So if you're a cookie cutter type of deal, meaning you got good credit, you got outside income, you're buying this franchise in the vicinity of where you reside, you have strong outside income that supports outside debts, you have a decent resume, I would say getting your deal done is generally pretty simple. The caveats are if you're trying to maybe you're transitional and you don't have any outside income, it becomes a little bit more challenging, right? Because the banks want to know that, look, it's going to take you some time to get this franchise up and off the ground, and they don't want to have to cake in a big salary into the projections. Although we can still get those types of deals done, but those are the kind of the variables that we look at. And then it comes down to proceeds, and then what's the franchise itself? Is it an established franchise or is it emerging? Does it only have 2 units or does it have 300 units throughout the nation? We have to look at the franchise itself, get a copy of the FDD, which is a franchise disclosure document. And then basically, if you have good credit, outside income that supports outside debts, a decent resume, and you're buying in the vicinity of where you reside, assuming it doesn't need any special licensing or anything like that, it's fairly simple. If you need a brick and mortar location, obviously you have to find a property to lease prior to closing, but it's generally pretty easy. So we start with the FDD. What's the franchise? Then we have a quick questionnaire we give you. From there, we do about a 20-minute discovery call, and then we can give you a good indication of, is this going to be a pretty straightforward deal? The thought process of what type of bank. See, we act as loan brokers, so we work with every lender, not all of them, because some of them aren't that good, but the majority of the ones that get things done, get deals funded, we have relationships with. So then what we do is we help navigate based on your situation, your franchise that you're looking at investing in, which particular bank will be better, because you might go to a local bank and they say, oh, we're a preferred lender for the SBA program, but they might scrutinize your deal more so than a bank that has a division that specializes in franchise startups. So that would be really it. So if you want to apply for an SBA loan and you want to do it in a easier fashion, usually getting you a better deal and somebody to help you explain the process, understanding what the projections are going to look like, understanding the business plan, the needs list is generally easy. A lot of people think SBA is very difficult. It's actually not too difficult at all. It's our paperwork, of course, but it's pretty simple. If you want to simplify the process, probably get better terms, less of a down payment or equity injection if that's what you're looking for, our team can definitely help you. You can go to bookwithbo.com if you have any questions, or if you want to schedule a consultation, we're happy to meet with you. Our goal is to help 100,000 aspiring entrepreneurs become successful business owners over the next 10 years through our podcast and through our virtual events we do. So we help people find and fund their ideal business. If you need help finding your business, we have a division that does that as well. If you haven't found your franchise yet, hey, I'm interested in business ownership. I'm looking at business acquisition, but I want to explore franchises too. So that's what I always tell the majority of people is like, look, you might not find an existing business that pencils out that you can get SBA financing for. Maybe you have low liquidity. Well, I can show you on a lot of these service-based businesses and different business models without brick and mortar location needed. Some of them you can get in with $10,000 out of pocket if you know how to structure and take it to the right bank. So anyways, if you're interested in finding out more, just go to bookwithbo.com. See you on the next episode. Feel free to look around. We got a couple thousand videos now, all about SBA, business ownership, entrepreneurship, real estate. See you soon. Bookwithbo.com. Hi guys, Bo Exine here, and I'm with Baby Bo. Baby Bo is just a little over 4 months. He's my first child, my wife and I. So if you want to create legacy for your family, I highly suggest you go to our Business Ownership Summit. You can find all the events we're doing. Primarily, they're all free. You can go to boexine.com/events. And I hope to see you at one of our events where we teach business ownership, how to leverage SBA financing, tax strategies. I'm not a CPA and an attorney, but we bring CPAs on. You're going to learn why everyone should own a small business. So I hope you attend. Go to boexine.com/events. I'll see you at the next one. Hey guys, Bo Exine here. If you enjoyed what you saw, please subscribe to this channel. We talk all things financing. I've been in the lending industry for over 20 years, and I'm happy to answer your questions and provide great content.